No, sir, I don't. Because all those guys you just named, they've done their fair share of hard work and on and off the field. So everybody just getting their recognition. And hey, my personality, I'm more of a low-key kind of guy, so I'm okay staying away from all the headlines and everything like that. But all those guys you just named, they deserve all the recognition they get.
Yeah, you think this will be a year? I know it's just springtime, but this will be a year that you start getting all that recognition, all those headlines.
Well, I mean, I'm a firm believer. You put in the right amount of work, you'll reap the benefits of it. So. I know the hard work we all put in as a team, as a group. If we all buy into what Coach Elko is laying out for us as a defense, and Coach Fisher as a team, all the individual success will come along.
What does your role look like this way? What are they doing with you?
I'm just playing more of a leadership role, being more vocal, encouraging a lot of young guys, challenging a lot of the older guys. Just playing that leadership role and continuing to be that guy that I can help other guys out, and just be that voice on the field.
What do you make of the secondary play last year?
I feel like as a whole, we were in position a lot of times. We just didn't make the plays. It wasn't a matter of not having the ability or the mindset, determination. We just fell short on the back end of certain plays, but. Definitely we're in position to make a lot of plays, and we have plans of making those plays that we missed last year.
Yeah, what that's going to take.
Sir.
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you turn that around from being in position to start actually making those plays?
Just buying into more the details that guys like coaches like Coach Mo and Coach Elko harp on. A lot of the detailed stuff that translates into the game. When we look at it on film, we see the stuff we talked about in the middle of the week. It happened in the game, and just transition all that we learned from the practice field into the game.
You mentioned being a low-key guy. Did that help last year on the times where you were called quickly into action to fill in for Donovan and then fill in some of those times when he was out?
Absolutely. Coach Elko, he challenged me to kind of be a guy that knows everything, that needs to know everything, so I can come in case something happens to somebody or he needs me to play a special part in a certain game plan. So absolutely, just being low-key behind the scenes and just listening and learning from a guy like Donovan and other guys on our defense last year, it really helped me to become more well-rounded and available.
You've got to know Mike now for almost a year and change now. What's your impression of him and the way he coaches?
I love Coach Elko. Me and I have a great relationship. It's very personal. It's a very personal relationship. It's a business off the field, and we're off the and we're on the field. I just like the way he approaches the game. He's a very smart guy, and he always puts us in position to succeed. And we're really starting to buy into to everything that he's teaching us at this point.
What are the biggest differences secondary-wise? What Chavis was asking y'all to do, and what y'all were asking, what Elko asked y'all to do? Because it seemed like they were two different things.
Well, I mean, but both of them have different philosophies, different defenses, different coaching styles. So. Nothing against Coach Chavis. He's a great coach. I definitely appreciate him. He gave me a chance to come here and play for Texas A&M, and it was just a matter of different philosophies and everything like that. That's just the biggest thing. Both of them great coaches, and much respect to Coach Chavis and Coach Elko.
Right, but specifically, what is Mike's philosophy? What do you want them to do?
Coach Elko is a really sound detail. We adjust every week to who we're playing against. With Coach Chavis, I say we knew we ran and we ran it. I feel like with Coach Elko, we adjust a lot more to the opponent more so, and we morph our philosophy into that week, and that's how we go out there and approach the game.
I was going to say, how beneficial is it to have the guy leading the entire defense specifically working with you guys on those little details?
Oh, it's amazing, because I mean, if you have any question, you can go to the head guy. That's definitely the benefit, and you anything new, you hear about it first, because he's going to be the guy that comes up with it. So definitely a lot of benefits to it, I say.
It seems like, given how different both of those are philosophically, how long did it kind of take y'all to get adjusted to that, and kind of with how much more multiple y'all were last year? I
honestly felt like it took that spring. That spring was a bit tough on us. I'm flushing out everything we knew, and just regrouping and learning. And then once the summertime came along, we got together our own time. We was able to really focus in and figure out the playbook, and then as the season approached, even from fall camp to the last game against NC State, we grew week by week. So it was never a point where we said, okay, we got it, because we're still learning at this point. So yeah, it was just growing each day and each week.
No, it's early on in the spring, but is there anything that's a noticeable difference that you feel has really improved since even the fall?
I feel like we have a lot more guys who are vocal and who are just leaders out there. I feel like in the off season with Coach Smitty training us and working us, we really had a lot of guys step up to the plate. Guys like Keldrick who's more of an introvert kind of guy. He doesn't talk much, but he made a lot of plays last year, and he really stepped up in the offseason and really took over as a voice and to encourage the receivers along with Jamon Osborne, Courtney Davis, and guys like that. So there's just a few guys like that who are just stepping up outside themselves, who they really are, and just doing what they need to do to help us more as a team.
They let us know that Antonio Howard entered the transfer portal. What kind of player is whatever team he's going to land on going to get?
Antonio is, and we call him Speedy for a reason. Wherever he goes, he will be the fastest guy on the team, more than likely. I mean, I'm just amazed by his speed, and whoever gets him, wherever he's blessed to go to. They're going to get the guy. You put him in the right position, he'll make plays for you. We had a chance to see him my freshman year under Coach Chavis. He definitely made some plays then, and I feel like he's still capable of that. So whoever gets him, they'll definitely get a hard-working, speedy guy out of Antonio Howard.
What do you make of Chapman? We've heard a lot about him the last couple of years. I mean, what kind of guy is he like?
Cliff is he's gritty. Cliff is gritty. He's tough. He wants to be here. He wants to learn. He had a little unfortunate events last year, getting hurt and everything like that, not getting a chance to really go out there and play because he really worked hard last year. But he approached all season like a pro. He came back, worked even harder, and he's in the playbook playing nickel now. So he's a guy like him at 6'5", 6'6". He brings a lot of different aspects to the secondary and to the box, to where he can fit in, run fits, and he can be a guy who can take up a lot of space as a cover guy.
How challenging is it going to be this spring going against that receiving core and that quarterback?
Well, those are my closest friends. That receiving core. Well, we go at it every day. I would say. So honestly, I would say how much of a challenge it would be for them to go against us. Honestly, but in all seriousness, those guys they're great. Courtney Davis, he's a tough matchup against anybody. In the country, I would say. Kendrick Rogers, Jamon Osborne, Rashad Paul, Cam Buckle. I can go down the line. Hezekiah Jones. So. All of them have their own different styles of play that you have to know who you're going against, who's the matchup, and they all bring up a tough matchup. So, but that just comes with bring your toolbox with you and being prepared.
What strides has Leon O'Neal made this from fall to spring this season, and what kind of player could he be?
Leon has really approached the game more from a cerebral standpoint. I feel like last year he played more as an athlete out there. And he didn't really think the game as much as I know he can, and as we know he could have. And you saw it like an NC State game. The first play he made a big play. He saw the bubble and he took it. So and now he's just approaching the game in more of a cerebral mindset and going out there making reads, making checks. Knowing where he's at, knowing where the people are at. So he's making large strides on the mental side of the game.
So were you born and raised in Plain Dillon?
Yes, born and raised in Plain Dillon, Louisiana, a little small town.
What was life like there?
How can I put it? So we're about 30 minutes away from Shreveport. We're about 5 miles away from Arkansas. So we're in a nice little spot. Everybody there, I'm basically kin to. I'm related to them. So it's definitely a family atmosphere. It's a lot of fun with my friends and my family, just playing sports growing up, every single day until the lights will come on. So I just say that really morphed me into the person I am today, as being a more of a low-key guy, because I wasn't really exposed as much socially as some of my other Houston teammates.
So you seem a little bit like a historian. So do you know which famous Aggie is from Spring Hill, Louisiana?
Which famous? Oh man, yes, I do.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, you.
I
know exactly who you're talking about. I can't get the name.
So do y'all know John David Crow much, or have you heard?
John David Crow? Yes. Because yes.
A little before your time.
Just a tad bit, maybe more so my grandfather's time. I know. I remember hearing about him all the time. Just growing up, they would talk about great athletes, and he was definitely one of them in that northwest part of Louisiana.
So I know you like to be really involved in the community.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most rewarding thing you've done here in town, away from the football field?
Honestly, I really had a great experience doing Aggies Read. I went to a number of elementary schools, and man, it was just such a great experience. You know, just seeing how young children just draw to you as if you were their hero. You know, and how much of an impact you have on their lives and everything like that. That was very big for me personally. It just gave me a little bit more perspective on who I am as a person, who I affect in everything I do. So Aggies Read was definitely a great experience. That I would say, as far as community service, that was the most enjoyable thing I've done.